Get out of the rat race. There's three parts. How do you achieve the financial independence to get you out of the rat race? The most important thing is to have an additional non-job income that exceeds your monthly expenses. The three most common ways to generate that income are entrepreneurship, real estate, and traditional investments. There are more realistic paths than some people bank on. For instance, some of them bank on things like an unexpected inheritance and winning the lottery. Not going to happen. So, a prerequisite for any of these three paths is know your spending. So living frugally, or at least spending with intention, is an important part of your rat race escape plan. The less you spend, the less income you'll need to break free. If you've never calculated how much you actually spend monthly, it's worth taking some time to do it. Do you spend $3,000 a month? Do you spend $10,000 a month? How much did your lifestyle cost? This is the income you need to generate. This is your rat race freedom number. So how do real people achieve it? The first one is escaping the rat race with entrepreneurship. So, in other words, get out of the rat race by building your own business. If you look at the Forbes 400 list of the richest people in America, one thing stands out. Most of them built their wealth through entrepreneurship. And even if you have no aspirations to build the next Amazon or Facebook, building a business is a realistic way to break out of the 9-to-5 grind. Entrepreneurship has helped thousands of folks do the same. We tend to overcomplicate entrepreneurship, but I'll try to break it down here. A business is simply a system that solves a problem in exchange for money. It's a problem-solving machine. That means you come up with a business idea that has a problem involved. Think of what frustrates you, the headaches or challenges you've overcome, what other people complain about. On the other side of these problems, there might be a business idea. The solution usually takes one of three forms. A service that makes the problem go away, a product that makes the problem go away, or content, I hate that word, or information that makes the problem go away. And when the money from your solution starts to exceed your living expenses, say goodbye to the rat race. There are some advantages, lots of advantages of entrepreneurship. Building a business is unique in that your primary investment is sweat equity. These days, you can get an enterprise off the ground for a very low startup cost if you use your head. On top of that, starting a business is a way to work on something that you personally care about. Bringing an idea into the world is exciting and rewarding in a way that collecting stock dividend payments just isn't. And in contrast to the stock market or real estate, you have considerably more control over the success and failure of a business that you own. Also, the speed at which that all can happen. Plus, if you intentionally build something that can be scaled up, you'll find entrepreneurship to be time leveraged. By that, I mean your earning power or effective hourly rate improves as your business grows. Now, there's disadvantages of entrepreneurship, but with job security in question and a shift toward a freelance workforce, it's hard to see the downside in starting a business. Still, the fact remains that 50% of small businesses fail in the first 5 years. I'd like to check those statistics. For that reason, it's important to start small, minimize your expenses, and grow at a pace you're comfortable with. Building a business can be labor intensive, and many entrepreneurs find themselves in a trap of working in the business rather than on it. They feel like they've built themselves a job, only one with a really demanding boss, and it's even harder to walk away from. So who is entrepreneurship best for? I believe entrepreneurship is the most realistic rat race escape path for most people, but especially those who don't have the golden handcuffs of a great paying job, aren't afraid of failure, and are a little impatient. I was very impatient. In video 2, there's 2 other rat race escape paths you need to know about. These 2 videos were inspired by the Side Hustle podcast.